Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Angel's View. Today, we're going to talk about Infinity Pool. It's a new film from Brandon Cronenberg, the son of the famous and highly acclaimed director David Cronenberg, who has given us films like Dead Ringers, The Fly, Shivers, tons of horror films, and tons of films that just make you definitely think. There's so much context and deep thought and symbolism in David Cronenberg's films that you could definitely see that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree when it comes to his son. Brandon Cronenberg has put together a film starring Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth that, well, it is not for those that are weak of the heart, uh, that have problems and issues with bodily fluids, extreme violence, and or sexuality. It is also a tale that brings to light how certain things are viewed. It's a story about those who have and what they could do with it and what they could get away with. Alexander Skarsgård is a writer who is hit writer's block. He wrote a book. It's been several years already since the book was released. He is married to a woman who is, well, apparently wealthy because he's basically living off of her. Um, they go on vacation to this exclusive resort where, well, pretty much everything goes. Um, People come there for vacation and basically could get away with murder. Um, the resort is located in a place that has no rules, has no regulations, but the one thing that they stand by is any act of crime, any criminal act or violent act is quickly met with justice in the sense that if you commit a criminal act, your sentence is death. And that's where things get interesting. Alexander Skarsgård's character um, and his wife meet up with this couple, which is Mia Goth and her husband or partner. To be honest, I can't remember. I'm not very clear if they're married. Who Mia Goth is just enamored with Alexander Skarsgård's character. Um, she's anxiously awaiting his new book, and that's where he admits that he's there for inspiration. Well, inspiration comes when they all decide to get together. Obviously, there's been drinking involved and other kind of things. They're driving back from this place, and Alexander hits a bystander, hits somebody on the road, and kills them. He is arrested and sentenced to death. With that, the movie turns into a very interesting type of story. For a price, a clone could be made of you, and that clone will be the one that will suffer the execution. So, with that in play, we see how those who have will do what they want. After the first execution of Alexander Skarsgård's clone, he decides to keep going. Mia Goth's character pushes him and introduces him to this world where other people have done this. They commit criminal acts, depravity, murder. They take what they want and they don't suffer for it because they create a clone that will be executed. There are many sequences in this film that are jarring, will stick in your brain. Um, there is a crazy orgy sequence that honestly everybody must have been smoking something or high on something, because that's the feeling you get from it. It's filmed in such a way that is visually striking, and you can't take your eyes off the screen during this whole sequence. The violence is extreme. Apparently, there is an NC-17 cut of this film. The one I saw was R rated. Apparently, once it comes to home video or streaming, we'll probably be able to see the NC-17 cut. I do know one of the sequences that was trimmed down, which happens early on in the movie, and I won't mention it because you should experience it for yourself. Again, this film is not for the weak of heart, not somebody that has a weak stomach. If you're not into extreme violence, gore, sexual situations, um, then skip it. Okay, this is in my wheelhouse. I'm into horror. I'm into these kind of films, um, and I enjoyed it. Cronenberg again has created a fascinating story that does have a message. By the end of the film, Alexander Skarsgård's character is deeply changed, and he comes to understand that there are those that have more, and you could become a plaything. Um, Again, if you enjoy these kind of films, this kind of genre, if you like body horror, if you don't have problems with that, then check it out. Infinity Pool is another film for the month of January that, to me, was very good. Is it exceptional? No. Have you seen this kind of stuff before? Probably, but the acting, Mia Goth is becoming our generation's new scream queen. She is ferocious. Between X, Pearl, and now this, I, I can't keep my eyes off her. She is just fantastic. She has a look to her that just you can't stop looking. She compels you. Her acting, her the way she delivers her lines, everything about the character. She starts a certain way in the film, and by the end of the film, she turns into something else. And then the whole ending sequence, you're like, wow, you're blown away. Acting in the film is great. The two stars, Alexander and Mia, are fantastic. The woman that plays Alexander's wife is great. Uh, all the supporting characters that add to the story. Again, it's a dark film. It does have a message, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Please comment. Please react. Let me know what you think. I'd appreciate it. Until next time.